The 5 lights are coming on ahead of the drivers as the revs rise. We are racing, and we're underway for race number 1 here at Brands Hatch. And as they head towards turn number 1, the all front-wheel drive front row has immediately dropped back behind Adam Liu. He will lead into the first corner. Turn of the pole sitter down into third place. Adam Richardson maintains his second position as they head into turn number 2 for the first time here today. The battle is on for second position. Adam Richardson on those soft compound tyres. Look for him to be quick in this stage of the race. Thomas Pierpont up into 4th spot. Ben Driscoll further down the order. Rick Debray forced a little wide there. That's going to open the door for Dimitri Sotorakis to make the move as well there. As now the field moves through the final corner before they head out onto the Grand Prix loop. Now at a Surtees, Ruben makes a nice move. He's battling away with Thomas Pierpont there. Ben Driscoll involved as well, but just up ahead of them for the lead, we have a battle. It's Adam versus Adam. It's Richardson on the inside, Liu on the outside. Who will be the braver on the brakes? It will be Adam Richardson, who moves up into first position now. Liu slots back in behind as Turner fits into third position as well there. Driscoll making a bold move down the inside of Ruben, going to push the Alfa Romeo a little bit up over the curbs there as they stay side by side. It is going to be Ben Driscoll that wins out on this occasion. As behind there, you've got the battle there of Morgan Hitchings in that Hyundai trying to make the move as well here, following Ben Driscoll through. Hitchings is also on those soft compound tyres, so look for him to be speedy in this opening round of the day. But up at the front, it is going to be Adam Richardson that leads us through lap number 1 on his soft tyres. He could well check out at the front as you've got a battle back on 4th, 5th position. Ruben down the inside of Paddock Hill Bend there. It's good stuff, but he does make a little bit of contact with Driscoll, which is going to cost Driscoll 1, maybe even 2 places as they head up in to Druids. You can see Sotorakis on that far inside all over the inside curb, trying to get that move done on Ruben, but he can't quite get enough of an overlap. The Alfa Romeo powers its way out of the corner and holds on to 5th spot for now as Driscoll going wide again up into the grass bank. He will have another look at Pierpont here to the inside of this long left-hand corner. Surtees is a very good opportunity for overtaking, but the exit is all important as they head up towards Hawthorne's Bend. The longest flat-out section of the lap here, all about getting your exit, getting your slipstream, and crucially having the power in your car. Sotorakis makes the move on Ruben. It is Driscoll through on Pierpont as well there, but Pierpont looking immediately to try and fight back around the outside. This is not a part of the racetrack you usually see much battling on, but he's going to have a go there as behind them you've got the Dodge Viper, the new debutant to the series in this battle, as well as Driscoll goes wide and he lets him through. Driscoll with a crucial mistake there, and that is not what he would have wanted to have been doing at all there. As now we can see there's a battle on for third position. A bit of contact there between Hitchings and Turner as they come out of the final corner and down the Brabham straight to start lap number 4. It is going to be Morgan Hitchings who moves up into third spot on his soft tyres. The Hyundai is liveried a bit different this time with a Seat livery inspired by some of Jason Plato's early touring cars. He is now into the second position now as he makes the move on Adam Liu, gets to the inside, and will that be enough? Will Liu be able to fight around the outside? He's going to brake as late as he can, but those soft tyres proving to be the differentiating factor there as they head down into Graham Hill Bend. It is Morgan Hitchings up into second spot. Can he reel in the race leader? Meanwhile, we've got another front-wheel drive car and another Mazda, just like our race leader Adam Richardson, trying to make a pass here. Sotorakis using that slipstream and the top speed that we know that Mazda has to move up into 5th position and ahead of Ruben. Ruben started at the back of the field after missing qualifying. He's got his work cut out to try and get a best result that he can from this one. As up at the head of the field, it's going to be a race 1 victory once again for Adam Richardson. He wins at home here at Brands Hatch. And behind him, it's another Brit in second. In fact, it's an all-British podium as Adam Liu completes the rostrum. The lights are on ahead of the drivers again then, as the revs rise and we are racing for race number 2 here at Brands Hatch, and it's another strong start from Adam Liu. He shoots the gap again to move up into the lead, but this time Ruben, with that full drive Alfa Romeo, is here to fight his way up the order as well. He's wheel to wheel for second place here. Adam Liu is going to have to be careful on the brakes, a little bit defensive, covering that inside line. Richardson behind, trying to hold on to second position. There's a little bit of contact further back. Sotorakis and Hitchings, they've got history. They make contact, coming out of Druids. As at the head of the field, Ruben immediately looking to try and find a way into the lead of this race. Crucial for his championship chances. He is quickly becoming one of the main contenders for this title fight with his incredible consistency. He is going to move up into first position on his soft compound tyres. He leads the way here, and he is going to be a very tough driver to beat. We could well see another one here where the battling is mostly done in the mid-pack. Of course, crucially, we've got the battles to watch out for reverse grid positions. Top 8 will make it into the reverse grid positions there, and you can see already they're 3 wide for 7th position. That's Pierpont through on the inside. Hitchings forced a little wide there. They're still overlapping each other as they come out of Hawthorne and towards Westfield Bend they go. It's Turner on the outside. That is not the optimal racing line that you'd want to have at all through there. And as they head in to Sterling's, it is going to be Turner who just holds on to that position. Pierpont back into 8th spot. Won't mind being an 8th, that of course is still in those reverse grid positions, but with 2 cars right up behind him, you know that you've got to be careful, and Hitchings immediately takes advantage as now we see Emerson getting involved in this battle as well. The debutant, the American driver, up in to 9th position, 1 spot more, and he could indeed be fighting for the reverse grid positions and could well start on pole for just his 3rd ever race in the series. Hitchings quickly making a move on Turner through Paddock Hill Bend, completes it though in Druids and gets up ahead of his rival there. And now Jackson Turner finds himself down in that crucial 8th position. Turner, another one of our title contenders. He has led the championship most of this season, but crucially has been on the receiving end of some of the harsher tyre rules that we have in this series, so he has got his work cut out there on those hard compound tyres. Sotorakis going very deep there, comes back onto the racetrack, door bangs Thomas Pierpont just to make sure that he knows he's there, and as they head down towards Hawthorne's Bend once again, we've got a battle raging on, and crucially once more for that 8th position. Pierpont trying to hold on around the outside. Looks as though he has done just about enough there to hold on to that one, but let's see if that lasts long as Pierpont actually has made the move on Turner, and Turner sliding through turn number 1. He did not Turner enough there at all. He absolutely slid those rear tyres, and that is allowed Dimitri Sotorakis right through on the inside line for reverse grid pole potentially. But he's gone very wide there. Could he be under pressure? Can he hold on to his car? He's got a track limits penalty, crucially. That could be all that Turner needs to retake that position behind them. As in 2nd position, we have the battle going on for the 2nd and 3rd spots of the podium positions there. Adam Richardson on the outside, Rick Debray with the inside manoeuvre. Can he get it done into Paddock Hill Bend? Yes, he can. Richardson a little wide there, doesn't even get a very good exit either. So that is position number 2 to Rick Debray, as he now sees an opportunity to perhaps try and put a bit of pressure on Ruben, but as you can see on the track map, he has checked out at the front of the field at the moment here. As we see, the battle for 8th is raging on still. Dimitri firing one back to the inside here of Turner 2. Front-wheel drive cars, both strong on the straights, but not so much on the traction. So this could be an interesting fight. But now it's Turner this time with the track limits penalty. And that surely could be enough to take one of our championship contenders out of the fight for a reverse grid pole position. Crucially, he could well be starting 9th for the final race of the day here. And with just 6 races left after this event, it is crucial that each of our championship contenders get all that they can from each event. And at the moment, Ruben and Ricky in 1st and 2nd are doing exactly what they needed to do at the head of this field. Ben Driscoll, he would have possibly been in that title fight had it not been for some mistakes, and for mistakes like that one. He goes wide at the final corner. Through goes Morgan up into 4th position, and here's a man who perhaps would have been a title contender if he had started the season in that Hyundai. Switched mid-season, and since then he has been one of the most highest scoring drivers in the field, and we see now Ben Driscoll, after that mistake, still struggling to get back into a rhythm here as Pierpont goes down the inside at Druid's corner and up into 5th position, putting a bit more space between him and the final few reverse grid positions just in case. But Driscoll not looking to give up on this one. He wants that position 5 back as quickly as he can here. He's looking to the outside of Pierpont as they head in to Surtees Bend. Going to go all the way around the outside. That's not going to work. It's too long of a corner to pull that one off, but can now he get the run onto the straight? Looks like that's exactly what he's planning on doing here. Which car has more top speed? That is the question now. Is it the Genesis or is it the Sylvia as they run up towards Hawthorns? It is going to be the Genesis that wins that battle out, and it is Driscoll up into that 5th position. But another mistake from the British driver there is going to cost him the place to Pierpont and now potentially to Adam Liu as well here, all the while backing this group up into Dimitri Sotirakis. And that is Adam Liu up in to 6th position. Driscoll going to have to try and look desperately for a move up through here. That's not usually a part of the racetrack. You go for a move on. Will he be able to keep his nose clean? He's just got to make it to the line here if he wants to get a reverse grid position. Doesn't need to risk too much here at all. He still has a solid position, but up at the head of the field, a man who has been in absolutely dominant form in this second race of the day. Ruben is going to win race number 2 and just his 2nd career victory, as hard as it may be to believe. He wins race 2 here at Brands Hatch. It's time then for the final race of the day. The red lights are on and we are racing and we're underway. It's another strong start there from Adam Liu. This time, will he lead into turn number 1 though, because he's got Ben Driscoll looking for the inside line. Driscoll backs out there crucially as they make their way through Paddock Hill Bend for the first time in this final race of the day. It is Liu leading Driscoll. Pierpont up into 3rd spot there. Sotirakis sitting in 4th. He had started very nicely, but of course front-wheel drive cars, they just don't go anywhere. They do not accelerate, and well, they're going to be decelerating when they serve that track limits penalty there, as Ruben goes a little bit off track there, battling away with Rick Debray. Those two drivers, arguably the 2 big names in this title fight now, and there's the 3rd one right in the fight with them as well there. Turner to the inside of Ruben. Can he make this move stick? He will have a little bit more top speed than at the Alfa Romeo, but the Alfa Romeo with that corner exit will be doing all it can to fight back as Driscoll has moved up into the lead of this race, and through he has gone. Adam Liu drops into 2nd, Pierpont in 3rd. Sotirakis with that penalty in 5th position at the moment, as we've got Ruben and Turner wheel to wheel here at the moment, throwing their cars through these high-speed right-hand corners. It is going to be Turner for now that just stays ahead. Sotirakis just up the road with that penalty. It could be good timing for Turner to take advantage and make that move there, as he has to try and keep Ruben behind him at all costs here as the field makes their way down towards the final corners of the lap. It is going to be a battle for 2nd this time as we start lap number 2. Pierpont to the inside of Liu through the 1st corner. It's going to be the Sylvia with that inside line. That's where you want to be, especially as they head into Druids, where that inside line is oh so crucial, and Debray proving that there on his soft compound tyres now. He is going to make the move down the inside of Liu. Can he make the move on Pierpont as well? No, not quite just yet, but you can clearly see he has the speed at the moment, as he would like to put himself well and truly in this fight for the championship. He makes the move down the inside, and that is good stuff there. It's a Genesis 1-2 now. 2 four-wheel drive cars up front. Will we see team orders, or are they going to fight like their lives depend on it? Based on what we've seen from those 2 previously this season, I believe it will be the latter here, as we see Sotirakis once again battling out with Turner. These 2, we already saw battle in race number 2. Turner through on the inside. Can he keep it wheel to wheel? Just about there. Ruben's going to make it 3 wide. Is he? I don't know what's going to happen there as Ruben sends it too deep. He slams into the door of Dimitri Sotirakis. He sends him off the road, but Ruben, being the sportsman, will drop back and slot back in behind there. Unlucky for Dimitri Sotirakis there, 3 wide into that corner, rarely ends well. And well, we've seen it again there. It has not gone quite as they would have hoped at all there. Apart from for Turner, who has gained 2 spots there for the price of 1. Ben Driscoll up at the front of the field here. Now, let's see. Will he fight his teammate? He's on the inside line. They're wheel to wheel for the front of the field. They're side by side as they come out of the Clark curve. And it looks as though Ricky has been let through there. Not too much of a fight put up by Driscoll. On his harder compound tyres, it's going to be tricky. But will he fight back into turn number 1? He's looking down the inside. And that's an incredibly bold manoeuvre from the man that has already suffered a race ban this season. He forces his way back from his teammate. And that puts aside any doubt. No team orders at Genesis here. Driscoll forces his way back in to the lead of this one. Pierpont will be loving this. He's seeing an opportunity to pick up some scraps here, as long as it's not quite literally scraps of the 2 Genesis cars if they do have an incident ahead of them. There's going to be another opportunity for Ricky here. Looks to the inside, Driscoll covers that move off as they head through Surtees and onto the Grand Prix loop. Debray looking for a switchback, and he is going to get the power down there. He's got a little bit of an overlap as they head under the bridge and towards Hawthorne's Bend. It is going to be side by side once more here. Two Genesis drivers, but two very different strategies for this event. Driscoll on harder compound tyres and on those softs. Rick Debray looking to the outside. Can he carry speed all the way around the outside then? No, he's going to go for the switchback though. That could be the move done, as this surely cannot be defended now from Ben Driscoll. There's no way he hangs around the outside, and Ricky indeed will take the lead away. He covers the inside initially, but Driscoll sends one back down there. I think the gap may well have already been gone there, and he backs off just a little bit. Ricky to the lead. Driscoll now perhaps signalling that he isn't going to fight too much longer here, but look at how much Ricky is still having to defend. Driscoll not giving this one up just yet. Pierpont loving it. Adam Liu loving it too. Will Driscoll have another chance to make the move into turn 1 like he did a lap ago? Can he make something happen here? This time I think he's having to worry more about Pierpont on his outside. He just about fends off the Sylvia as they come out of turn number 1 and into Druids they climb. Driscoll covering the inside line, and Ricky may finally now be able to relax just a little bit. It seems he's got a fairly safe gap, and Pierpont is keeping Driscoll busy here as they fight down through Graham Hill Bend. A very wide moment there for Driscoll. Good news, it's a full drive car, that Genesis, so he's been able to keep his foot in it and actually hold on to the position quite miraculously indeed. The drivers really are bringing an interesting definition of track limits, and in fairness, if it works, I suppose there. Pierpont back through though, as another wide moment for Driscoll does mean he drops back that position. Adam Lee, will he have a sniff up through into these high-speed right-hand corners? Really test these cars' downforce levels, and some cars do much better in this area than others. And you can see there Turner is in one of the cars that tends to do better at that side of the racetrack, and he's taking advantage of that to give himself a chance to fight with Adam Lee as they come through turn number 1. He's on the outside, he's going to go all the way around the outside there, sweeping into Druids. It is Turner up in to 4th position now. Finished 4th in race number 1. Could well just miss out on another podium in this final race of the day after starting at the rear of the field. But up at the front, it's Rick Debray. He had a qualifying ban to start this event, but in the end, he leads us to the line, but he's not going to win it because he's handing victory to Thomas Pierpont, a first career victory in Global Group 4. Thomas Pierpont wins the final race.